Why hello there, and welcome back to Satisfactory. And hey everyone, JSD Cool here, and welcome, as I said, back to Satisfactory. It is once again Friday, and hello, we are in a location that did not exist last weekend, and I swear I can explain. Important programming note, JRD Cool will not be joining us on stream for the entirety of the rest of October, and I probably won't be doing streams next weekend because mid-semester break. But, yeah, JRD Cool's working till like 10 p.m. on Fridays in the weekend now, so yeah, will not be on these streams. He won't even be done with his shift at work by the time we are done with this live stream whenever the WAN show kicks off, which we'll see if that's a ridiculously early time. Once again, actually, I'm just gonna make sure my phone will notify me. Alright, cool. Anyhow, yes, welcome back to Satisfactory. A little bit of stuff has changed since the last stream. I haven't played too much here. So, I'd say a little bit of stuff. Stuff definitely has changed. So, when we ended the last stream, I had just put in the stuff to finish the heavy modular frame recipes over here. Well, obviously, since then, we've gone a little bit further than that. I've actually... Well, after that, at some point, I don't remember exactly when, I actually went and got all the resources for heavy modular frames into the factory and producing. In addition to that, JRD Cool went and did what was necessary for computers. Also, I've been having this bug, which you might notice from time to time throughout the stream, where items just aren't rendering on the belts, and I do not know why. But yes, JRD Cool went and did everything necessary for computers, which includes... Come on, go through this door. Which includes this over here, which is a plastic factory, effectively. Basically, it's just a bunch of refineries that have been having oil piped into them and plastic pumped out of it. I don't know exactly how active it is right now, considering everything's kind of dormant here, but there is some fuel that gets brought out of it, and I think there's a couple fuel generators right over there. That does them. Oh yeah, on the factory here, I decided that, I think I was talking about this at the end of the last stream. Oh yeah, for most of the factory, five foundations wide simply is not enough space to do any of this stuff anymore. So I've expanded it by 3 foundations in each direction using this overhang here, and there's also some space to run belts and stuff inside the overhang should that become necessary going forward. Unfortunately, our fun little launch or hypertube launcher will not be able to make it once we start building on this floor, which is next, because as you may have seen, there is the last little thing that got done is that we actually produced the adaptive control units and finished piping those into the space elevator, which therefore is now ready to go. And of course, JRD Cool can't be here, so we will be doing that in a moment. But first, we gotta unlock this last milestone. And then before that, we'll go through the various memory searches and stuff we've done since last time. Some of these may have been scrambled now that I look at it. Anyhow, we'll just go through the... No, they're not. Okay, so... We had monorail train technology. Railway signaling is where we left off.
Milestone reached. Train signals placed on train rails can control and improve train behavior. This helps to avoid events where multiple trains attempt to occupy the same physical location. For information related to earlier train events, please refer to your employee non-disclosure agreement.
I'd really like to see this NDA. Could someone, make and post that somewhere? But that is... Yeah. Alright, and then we have Pipeline Engineering Mark II.
Milestone reached. Pipelines and pipeline pumps can now be upgraded to Mark II. They are like Mark I, but better. Pipes seem to be objects of fascination to humans. In fact, there are recorded instances of humans doing nothing but thinking about pipes for hours.
Some sort of pipe dream that must be. Anyhow, memory search.
Pocket dimension
Oh, this one was
inflated by
completely useless.
utilizing numinous gel hydrology channeled through an etheric spigot. Some used to say this as impossible, but the meaning of that word has long since been removed from my dictionary.
But you do know that there was a word like that in your dictionary. I don't know. This one was more interesting.
Homing rifle ammo unlocked. This ammo can be loaded into a normal rifle and, when fired, will seek a target. Clarification. This does not make the rifle a homing rifle. If you leave the rifle alone, even when loaded with this ammo, it will not return home like a devoted and adorable puppy and/or kitten.
Okay. Well then. Let's get Blueprints Mark II.
Milestone reached. The Blueprint Mark II improves upon the Mark I in every dimension, except for the metaphysical ones. This improvement was made available due to complaints from pioneers about other pioneers not being capable of managing their space efficiently. We listen to pioneers, always.
Oh. Oh, whoa. I'm moving. Where am I moving? What the fuck? Okay, so that was a thing. I honestly did not expect that to work. I expected that to not be a solid object that I could just, like, land on top of. Oh, let's not land on this island. That'd be kind of annoying. Are we still going this way? Can we land over by the second coal power plant over there? That would be ideal. Well, it looks like we're landing in the water, which is okay, I guess. We can probably use the water mostly to avoid stuff. I honestly did not expect that to work. That's actually kind of crazy that worked. Damn, okay. Well. I guess we'll get back to the thing now. Like, I know I started moving at some point there once it actually visually disappeared. I wonder if I could have continued riding that all the way up to the space elevator. No mind. Anyhow, speaking of the space elevator, something rather important we can do now, which is quite literally right behind my face here. We have everything for completing phase 3, so let's get on to phase 4, shall we? After we actually get back. Woo. Also, what's strange about hypertubes? This is a surprising lack of sound right now. This is strange. Strange about hypertubes is that the cameras have collision, and so if you get the camera, the eye position of the camera inside of something, a box, it won't want to leave unless it's forced out because you go too far away from that box. So if you have another hypertube on top of this hypertube, the camera's locked inside the hypertube on top, which is really weird. Fix it! Please fix it. Aw, damn it, I didn't. There we go. Ye old power plant. Moving on. Ooh, power slip. Anyhow, we haven't actually used oh yeah. Something rather interesting that I want to demonstrate that I saw a video for yesterday. Yes. And now the camera's stuck inside the hypertube. See what I mean? Completely stuck. As if we're riding in this hypertube. And then we get there where it separates. And as you can see, the belts look empty, but there is in fact stuff on the belts. So I'm going to hit this, watch the presentation, and then sprint up to the roof so I can adequately watch that. So here goes. Completed, completed, completed. Yeah, Jaredy Cool, hi if you're watching to see what this actually looks like. Alright, here we go.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 3 project part shipment is finally ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 3 will be completed and the main body will be constructed. You should know how this works by now. You'll get access to tiers 7 and 8 in the hub. In fact, perhaps you should just go look at the technologies there yourself. It's all laid out so that even a monkey could understand it, so you should have no issues.
Nuclear power,
Speaking of which, I don't think you need a reminder about project parts.
What the hell?
Instead, I will be providing some interesting facts. Did you know the average pioneer succeeds at saving the day? Did you know the average pioneer knows how to optimize pipe throughput? Did you know the average pioneer stays late at work because they care about humanity? Anyway, I thought you might want to know more about your peers. Good luck in Phase 4.
Alright. Not too much lore in that, but kind of sassy, like, yeah, you know how this works. Anyhow. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay. Got an achievement. We'll look at that in a moment. Here goes. And Ada's gonna talk to us again, I realize. There's a sonic boom. And there it goes, whatever the heck the loading dock is. Building stuff around the edges. These sounds, man.
Phase 3 of Project Assembly completed. Fixit's predictions indicate pioneers should generally reach this point faster with above-average results, but we should all adjust our expectations according to the situation. It is understandable. The pressure and complexity will only increase from here, so be sure to take on Phase 4 with efficiency and competence.
Why is there so many? Why is there so much stuff on this belt all of a sudden? And then it dropped significantly. What the heck happened there? Anyhow. What are all this stuff? And we need relatively large quantities. So I know that in terms of that last object thing that we need for Phase 4, those are like plasma cores or something like that. In terms of those other things though, I have no idea. Those things, and we haven't made any of them, so we're definitely going to need to make some of them now. Tier 7, Tier 8, we're getting towards the end of this research, but obviously Phase 4, I think there's a Phase 5. Anyhow. Aluminum is step 1, which is great because we need aluminum to upgrade our fuel production, because that's kind of what I'm looking forward to. Is hover pack. Is so messed up. Okay, hover pack. This is the only one we can actually do right now, I'm pretty sure. Logistics Mark 5, which is actually incredibly cheap. Hazmat suit for working with radiations, and then control system development. I have no idea what this is. Radio control unit, supercomputers, assembly, the assembly director system. That's what this is. Blenders. We need those for our increased power production, because I just want to produce as much power as possible, as soon as possible. What do we got, Tier 8? Drone delivery. Yeah. Nuclear power. Wonder how much a nuclear power plant will output. But yeah, I know the... Oh, and also the magnetic field generator. I know that nuclear power is very, radioactive. But I also know that nuclear power requires a large supply chain of different things to go into it. Advanced aluminum production. Okay. Package nitrogen... Oh wait, is this where we get nitrogen gas? Oh, this is where we get the empty fluid canister. Oh. You see, the empty fluid canister is kind of necessary for our next level of power production. Here I was just thinking it was aluminum. No, it's advanced aluminum. Which is annoying. Cooling systems. Fused modular frames. Oh, right, there's another level of modular frame. Why wouldn't there be? Leading edge production. That's where the Mark III miner comes in. Fused modular frames. Holy shit. And then particle entanglement. A nuclear pasta, that's what it is. It's made in the particle accelerator, though. So, like, this crap goes hard once we get to tier 8, but we have to start somewhere. So let's start with bauxite refinement, which we have everything we need for this already stockpiled in the factory. So let's go. Starting with the 3rd floor. Of course, by that I mean the motors that we have on the 3rd floor. We need 250, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 motors. 500 rubber. I don't know if I have enough like inventory space. Oh, actually, I already have 200 rubber. So, oh, there's the freighter back. Okay, there's that. 100 computers and 100 heavy modular frames. Next 2 floors. So we'll get 100 of these. The benefits of having the server always online and always producing is that we just have the stockpile things whenever we need them. Not that they're produced at any inefficiency, but this stuff is produced really slowly up here. I mean, we do have decent production of computers, but the heavy modular frames we get 2 per minute with like the entirety of that one floor. I think that's like floor 4 being devoted to their production. Anyhow. There we go.
Milestone reached. Bauxite is refined into aluminum products via a multi-step process.
Oh yeah.
Considering your past achievements, you should have the minimum required skill to overcome these new production challenges. If it helps, many others have done this before, so if you fail, someone else will eventually succeed.
I have done aluminum production in this game before. Exactly once before in Satisfactory have I ever gotten to aluminum production. Exactly once have I actually gotten there. Yeah, so let's see what kind of... all the way down to the bottom here. Aluminum ingots is effectively what we need to do, because this is just copper and aluminum. So, aluminum ingots is what we need to get to first. Aluminum ingots require... There's an alternate recipe, but we haven't done any hard drives at all, effectively, this game. Which would be interesting if we did, but anyhow. Okay, so we need 5 silica and 6 aluminum scrap for 4 aluminum ingots. Aluminum scrap, aluminum solution, and coal, which produces water. It produces water. Okay. Aluminum solution requires water. Oh, thank goodness. I was like, produces water? What do you mean produces? And this also produces silica. So we need to take water plus bauxite, which is effectively aluminum ore, which we turn into aluminum solution. Aluminum solution gets turned into aluminum scrap when you add coal to it, but then some water is kicked out. Hang on, what's these rates here? Oh wow, that's some pretty high rates of shit. So that produced 200. Okay, so hang on. What is 120 of that, which requires? So okay, yeah, we'll figure out these ratios first. Though, let's find some aluminum. That's a nice, satisfying ding sound there. Any minute now, we'll get a ping as to where the aluminum ore is. Any minute now. Ah, there's the closest path. Let's put a new marker on it. I don't even know what the pure ore. Aluminum ore, I'm gonna call that. Icon. Label this as a resource which has a kind of orangish hue. Yeah, that looks about right. Alright, so that is pure, which means that we'll get a fairly large amount. There are some other patches around there, which will be interesting to see. Do I have appropriate resources on me for exploration? I'll get 4 portable miners. Maybe we'll bring back 2 belts worth, or 2 miners worth of this stuff. And that was object scanners, not portable miners. Oh gosh. They're used for something, but I don't use them. I meant to make 4 of these things. Okay. And then we should have the resources for that? Yeah, okay. Do I have... I have 0... Actually, no, I have some of those. I should get more, though. Thankfully, it's right here. Now, something that Jared Cole was pointing out to me recently is that our primary iron plate production is shit. It's like what we did on day 1, all the way over by the mining patch. And we've never upgraded. We just have a lot stored here and storage elsewhere. Anyhow, coal patch number 3 here is actually where I want to go. As this, by the looks of things on the map, seems to be, which is this, really close to where the aluminum ore is. So that's where we're going. And we're going to have to deal with whatever the hell happens to be around this. Because there's probably going to be some creature of some sort guarding this stuff. Whether it's a creepy crawly, a very angry guy who can chuck rocks at us, or another angry guy who can throw... I realized I didn't actually check. Do I have explosives on me? I think I do. Not that they'll be much of a help. The rifle I have is probably going to be much more of a help. I should have, one thing I should do is I should try upgrading a bunch of my ammo into, the homing ammo, because I've unlocked that. And, homing ammo requires, like, the, high-speed connectors, though, which is very annoying. We don't have those automated, because they're annoying. Avoid touching the ground for 30 minutes? Total, I guess, over the whole thing. Well, like, in a goddamn row. Speaking of it, what was that other one? No, pretty good Pioneer. Complete Phase 3, the Space Elevator. 4.5% of players. Now, there's probably a lot of players who've had this game who haven't gotten back to it yet. But more people have not touched the ground for 30 minutes. Damn. Alright. We're finally slowly getting there. Thankfully, we thought ahead and didn't build this whole thing on the ground here. We built it up in the air. Alright. Looking at the map, the bauxite is not too far away. If we ping that again, we can get an actual reading of how far away it is. 500 meters that way. 700 meters that way. 800 meters... Those are nowhere near each other. So... The thing is, I don't know how much aluminum we're gonna need in the future. But I guess... when we need future aluminum, we'll have it. Gonna... build this up here so we'll be high... That was some sounds. We can try and be as high and dry above the floor of the forest, hopefully out of the aggro range of anything that wants to attack us. You know what? We'll just build up. Come on. Stupid. There we go. 10. Having a good view of the surroundings is always beneficial. Alright. Because you see, with this we can see that there's like that enemy down there that I don't want to run into while traversing the ground. Do I only have 3 of these on me? Oh my god, I only have 3 of this. Okay, I'm gonna go back and get more explosives because they'll be useful for clearing out all this shit on the ground here. Look, there's some radioactive stuff around that. You're also avoiding anything radioactive by going up here. But I'm guessing it's in the thick of that. Where we're going. Yeah, thick of that. Alright. Somewhere out that way as well. Alright, well, I gotta go back to get more explosives. Great trip out here, guys. Actually, that reminds... Actually, I should also check if I have resources for more power towers, because those are going to be necessary to build the miner. Obviously, building belts on the way back isn't going to be too big of a deal. Hopefully. Actually, before we go off... Actually, oh, I should have demonstrated something up there, actually. That would have been perfect. Anyhow, could have done the perfect demonstration of something then, but I'll demonstrate it back here at the factory because I'm here. Basically, that's it. Actually, the other thing I wanted to know is power tower. Power tower. I'm looking at them. Yeah, I have enough power tower resources. I should look where I'm going, and I won't run into nearly as many walls. Okay, let's get a hunt. What is the... Select the next milestone while we're here then. Actually, what does the cluster bomb require? Just 4 smokeless powder, and I can make it myself. So we'll go get some smokeless powder then. Actually, I don't remember if this floor or the next floor is where I've stockpiled. It's this floor. Okay, cool. We don't have production of it at the moment since I discontinued the refiner over here that made it, but I think we do have oil or heavy oil residue coming into the factory now that I could use to make it, so probably should. Alright. I'll select this, not necessarily because I'm gonna... I might decide to use the hover pack, that might be useful. But because I want these inventory slots. Right, I was gonna make a few cluster explosives, and by that I mean apparently 30. That should be good enough to clear out a bunch of the forest. These things aren't the best in combat, I'll say that. But they are pretty good when it comes to clearing out stuff, because it's like one big explosion and then five smaller explosions. Actually, I'm going to run out of bombs before I run out of smokeless black powder. Good to know. These things also do take a bit to actually make. I could make one of these. What the? Oh, my tissue box just fell. Ugh. Oh, okay, that's done. I'll just go grab some more of the explosives from the factory. Look at that black powder I had on me, though. Alright. That should mean that we should be having much better time clearing the forest. I just gotta time my detonations well. I have no idea what floor I'm going to, apparently. This is the right floor. I can smell the laundry room. Oh yeah, I have a fun story about laundry from today. So, as you do, so, you know, I was doing, like, laundry today, as you do. Specifically, in case you're wondering, for some reason, it was my, it was like my bedding and stuff. And so, you know, I went to the laundry room to, that was the wrong one. Okay, so yeah, I went to the laundry room to do my laundry, but everything was full. Because of course all the washers were full. Because of course all the washers were full. Why would they not be full? So, I came back later, and one of the washers was open. Just so happens to be one of these slightly broken washers, but it was open and I needed to do my stuff. So I put my clothes in, and I had to try starting it a few times, as it was giving me an error. I would start it, it'd have the counter time on it, and then it'd switch to an error. And you press start again to clear the error. You just keep going, and eventually it started going. And now I've experienced this exact thing in the past with this exact washer. I come back at the end of the cycle. It didn't error out during the cycle. It got down completely to 0. And then it errored out at the end of the cycle, leaving my clothes sopping wet, which they shouldn't have been sopping wet by this point in the cycle, but... well, it wasn't really blankets. My sheets and stuff. Leaving my stuff sopping wet in there. So, that was great. So I moved them over to the dryer. Thankfully, there was an actually available dryer, but for some reason, a bunch of people have just, like, forgotten their shit in the laundry room, and there's just, like, a giant pile of clothes on top of this washer for people who just haven't come and picked their shit up for, like, a week now. And then, there were other dryers there just sitting full of clothes, but done. So, I run my stuff through the dryer, I come back, open the door, and there's steam coming out of the dryer. My clothes are still pretty damp, but the air in the dryer is fully saturated with water. So I run them through, so I start the dryer again, run my clothes through it again, come back, and they're much drier, but they're not completely dry. They're still a little bit damp, which is very annoying, especially like the towels and stuff. So I run them through the dryer a third time. And finally, they're completely dry. Such a pain to do laundry here. Alright, so I will demonstrate the power of the cluster ammunitions right now. Where should I demonstrate it? There's this relatively thick... let's just launch it that way. So I let it go, and then about there I detonate it, and 5 little explosives come out, and they all blow up in different locations, reducing whatever was down there. So like if I try it over this island here, that did not go nearly as far. That's another thing. Perspective is another thing that really I have to deal with here. Anyhow, aluminum is this way. Preferably it works better if you're like on top of where you're gonna do it. Basically exactly this way. So this way we go. Let's go one more thing, so we're actually in the thick of the trees. Not really in the thick of the trees yet, but we're close to being in the thick of the trees. Let's launch it for it. That gets rid of a tree there. And a bunch more trees get destroyed there. We will switch to the normal explosive here. These definitely deal a lot more damage to anything that stands in my way, to be fair. Well, we'll just throw that down to the ground. Get rid of that. Now we got a nice little pathway cleared. I don't know how far above our potential target we are. Hopefully it's not in a cave. That would also be very annoying. Because I have no idea where the entrance to said cave would be. I don't think it is, because we are pretty far above the ground right now. And it is, counting up, but still. Okay, here we are. Here's another good time when these things get used. Oh, there's an enemy right down there. There it is, I think. Yeah, that looks like it right there. Those things... Actually, I'm gonna try a cluster bomb on those. did do it. To be fair, that wasn't in a good spot for it. Yoink that down there. Hopefully that lands, like, on it. Yeah, okay. Well, let's just see if I can rifle that from here. Oh, how useful. Think I'm too far away. Let's use conventional explosives. I don't know why. I really do not need to get rid of this thing. I just hate these things and really want to see them die. See them die, see them die, see them shrivel up and die. Okay, a little bit less than that. Oh, it's probably just spawning stuff. Just, you know, throw a healthy dose of these things down there. And kablam! Got it! Anyhow, let's throw the cluster bomb forwards a bit. Alright, that cleans out, or that opens up the area real nice. So that's our target there, I'm pretty sure. Let's just ping and make sure it does the thing. Oh yeah, that's what we're going to. Alright. Reloaded rifle out. And, I guess we start going down, I guess, to get there. Keep in mind, I still haven't actually seen or shot at whatever is actually supposed to guard this thing. Build 5,000 foundations. Damn. Now, what heinous creature? Ah, that heinous creature. Okay, so the best way to deal with these is to actually give myself some protection in the way of a roof and some walls. For some reason, the glass-framed foundations are not under foundations, but are instead under wall, or instead under architecture. There, so yeah, we'll do that, and that. Put another strip of foundation in above my head. And actually, another strip of foundation there as well. And shoot! Ada says this thing is long range. I'm starting to not believe her. We'll try cluster one, I guess. Well, it just started running away. That's no fun. Get back here so I can blow you up, probably. Okay. The good news is this looks like it's just being guarded by a bunch of the hogs. Even if they are like super hogs. Well, some of them are super hogs. Some of them are normal hogs. I guess the idea is that you get mobbed by hogs. Also, I have a jetpack now, so I'm probably significantly less susceptible to these things than I have been in the past. Honestly, I also don't know where he ran off to. Actually, can I build a miner from here? Production miner. Oh, I can slap down the miner from here. Excellent. I don't actually need to go down there. I can just know that it's pure. Now we have a Mark II miner, and then that's probably enough. Oh, there he is. Oh. Die! Die, alien scum! I got it! Yay! Oh, and there's a smaller one. See, when you're actually close enough, this rifle does a good job. This biome is very dangerous, though. So we're not actually going to go down there. The closest we're going to get is hopping onto this. 240. Oh. There's a baby. One of the babies is still alive. I know these guys' weakness. My weakness too, apparently. Damn it, it got out of the way. Okay, it just left. It doesn't matter. So 240 per minute would be a tier 3 belt. There we go. Shouldn't have to deal with that little sucker anymore. Should we go for the other one? I don't know if we should be satisfied with 240 for now or what. Well, actually, we need to get power over here. And I don't want to come back, so I suggest we power tower this rather soon. Let's just drop another cluster bomb right down there. I see a little douche down there. Oh, right on top of the guy. I mean, that didn't do a whole lot, but like to the environment. Oh, okay. It's running at me. Ah, there it is. I don't know what if this guy's guarding any specific resources. If it's gonna try to shoot something at me, I'm got it. Kind of far away. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna stop getting distracted now. Because I could get distracted blowing things up for ages, man. Ages. Like that. Actually, we can use this opportunity to have a look over what else is going on in the forest here. So, that cool section over there is like where that coal patch from last week that we went to was. I don't know too much else about the pink forest. So, again, power tower time. Alright, there's one power tower grabbed, and we have the placement for it all nice and ready. Bam! Power to the tower. Alright, then we can go over this way, and I'm assuming I can probably just go right over to the end here without the power tower getting out of range. Oh, no, actually we do get into the range limitation of the power tower somewhere around here? Yeah, about here. So we'll go... Oh, I should have built this power tower at an angle. Oh well. Doesn't matter. I haven't been doing any zip lining in this world because I don't have one. And I don't have the inventory slots for one either, because I'm using all mine currently. I mean, mind you, one of them is a chainsaw I haven't used in a couple weeks, but still. Alright. Right on the middle of this platform here. Let's flip that one around. Bam. And we'll take a power pole off of this. Yeah, okay, we got that. Bring it on down. Okay, that'll work. And bam. Alright, we produce it. And like those producers, we produce. Now time to get all of this bauxite back to the factory. That's in a very annoying position, actually. You know what? Hold on. I was producing as if it wasn't producing at 200. Again! It happened again, dang it! That doesn't look like it's producing at 240 per minute. Did I not use, or did I not do the right type of, did I not do the right type of belt out of it? I'll have to check that. Alright, it be producing again, but that don't look like... Or maybe that is... No, this should be a tier 3 elevator. It is. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I hope that that's just the fact that tier 3 belts are actually 270 and not 240 for some illogical reason. Like, I actually do not understand what the deal with that is. So confusing. So yeah, this has been a rather pleasantly simple adventure to get aluminum from this forest. Keep on here. Where is the second nearest aluminum patch to me? So that's the one I just came from. It's like 500 that way. Hasn't yet come into view over that way. Probably due to all these trees. So, aiming directly at it. Let's launch the nuke. But it's not a nuke obelisk, it's a cluster. Clusterfuck. That didn't go nearly as far as I needed that to. That's, again, the thing is, I'm bad at perceiving how far they've actually traveled. So yeah, there's that. Oh yeah, a fun story about the good old slide jumping that we do in Satisfactory here. I've gotten so used to that I've started to try to do that in Minecraft. Yeah, it's kind of weird when I just start crouching trying to go forwards, and it's like, why isn't this working? Oh right, because wrong game, dummy. Alright, down we go. You know, I feel like you're not supposed to just build like a giant foundation structure up into the air over the forest. I feel like you're supposed to go through it, but like, who has the nerves for that kind of thing? Like, not me. Do you know how much random creepy crawly shit there is in these forests? There's a lot of random creepy crawly shit that I don't want to come face to face with. If you catch my drift. It just creeps me the hell out. Alright, now I will go down this entire tube, placing conveyor belt pole, or conveyor belt connectors. I feel like that's a bad omen that's like that. I don't know. Also, how about this way of getting up? This is very tall, by the way. But the way we got up here is we just built this giant ramp that goes all the way up there. It's glorious. Simple enough here. I just slide down the foundation, plopping these things in every time we need one. This is actually really steep now that I'm looking at it. Wow, we got slow there. Alright, because these weren't steep foundations. Those were medium foundations for some reason. Keeping in mind that this is gonna have to go up to the top floor, because I know this stuff is done in refineries, and I know JRD Cole was like, oh, I don't know if we want to do more refineries in the factory because they're so tall. Well, guess what? We're doing more refineries directly over where the previous set of refineries was, but this time it's for production of non-fluid based resources. They just so happen to require fluids in their production. Aluminum. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, we'll go to here as theoretically going up the wall and then through this outer section might be advisable for the... I need more. I wouldn't have been able to build more belts anyway, as it turns out. I would have been out of steel. So I should now stock up on a lot of steel. I'm stealing really good about this. I feel like that's not going to be enough. Like, just blanket feeling that's not going to be enough. Alright. Oh, okay. You know, I'm thinking, I remember watching videos of Satisfactory before pipes were a thing in the game. And so all fluids... Well, first of all, the coal generator didn't require anything but coal to operate. You just fed coal into it and it worked. That was first. Second is that the coal generator was... Or second was that, like, when you got... Oil was in the game, but it wasn't a fluid. So you just straight up took oil out of the ground and put it on belts in drums already. And that just went into, like... I don't know if the refinery was a thing or not, but that just went into machines that then were used to make fuel, and then the fuel generators also just had a conveyor belt input where you could put fuel directly into them. That was a long time ago. Obviously, when I actually got the game was the update where they introduced pipes. I think it was update 4. That was a long time ago now. Considering we went all the way to update 8, and then 1.0, which is what we're playing now. But apparently in a few days, like next week, Coffee Stain is doing a thing where they're going to discuss what they're doing next in the game. Like, if they do continue to add content to this game, that would be amazing. Like, especially if they, like, added a new map with a new story to the game. Like, most of the features are the same, except maybe there's a couple unique resources to that new map that play into the story. That would be pretty cool. Obviously, it's a lot of work, but... it would also be cool. I think we can agree. I wonder how far along, wondering how far I could get along this path here. Using the hypertube cannon on the roof of the factory right now. I wonder. Okay, that's predictable. So, what I'm gonna need to do here. Well, that can actually be there. Oh yeah. I freaking hate this land here. Like, I was helping Jaredy Cool build these paths here going up. Just minding my own business here when a stinger from down there where all those foundations are decided to aggro on me and jump all the way up to the platform that I was on. There we go, and everything disappears the moment I put anything on there. The entire contents of the belt disappears. How horrible. Anyhow, that will now make its way to the factory eventually, which you can see from... Oh yeah, there's one of the walls is missing on that. Okay, you can see how tiny the factory looks from here. Anyhow, we're coming in hot now. Because we built the factory at a low point. Alright. Now we can figure out how are we getting this aluminum ore effectively up to the top. So what I feel like we should do is on this floor, right? Yeah, this floor is the floor before we have the tapering starting on the outside. What we do is on this floor, come over here by where this is, and add another one of those. Yeah, right here. So walls, this. Next to that we place. I don't actually know if there is a conveyor floor hole there. I'd imagine there is. We take that, going up to the next floor, to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. We go up to this floor, which is mostly devoted to production of computers, but also the heavy modular frames happen to be produced in this corner. Oh, hello. Oh yeah, I guess Jericho did this. This wall is technically on this one. I'm gonna get rid of this for now, because it's gonna be convenient for me to do what I'm about to do here. So, we're gonna have stuff coming up here. I'm gonna take that, and for now I'm gonna make this in case we need to do more, 3 wide that. I think that's fine. Okay. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move this over by 1 wall segment. So the 3x thing is gonna go there, and the normal wall is gonna go there. This is going to be considered the middle one. There we go. So come up here and go into the wall there. That way we don't have to deal with its existence inside the normal part of the factory much, until it gets over this way. When, because of genius design decisions, this area is not too bad though. There's like there's nothing but a few belts being routed here. So we will quite usefully have the freedom to just do that. So wow, the manufacturer makes a fucking... The manufacturer makes a fucking sound, man. Jeez. Come on, there. Alright, that's pretty convenient. Yeah, I think we'd be able to fit another belt on there. This was kind of my idea with this, with these sections here. In addition to increasing the actual amount of floor space we have above, acting as space to route belts and also, I guess, pipes around the outside of the building. Around the outside of the floors here is also a positive of this. Architecture is where all this... Is this an architecture? No, that's actually into under walls. Okay. Because these are considered tilted walls, by the way. That's not that wall. I want the steep wall. Yeah. Alright, seal that back up. We're done in there. It's kind of like an attic, honestly. That area that we're now going to run these few belts through is like the attic of the factory. Like, not very useful or accessible, but storing stuff in there is a possibility, as well as Just straight up. I mean, we can access it like this. The problem is there's no like corner foundation that would allow me to fill out this whole space without having the foundation clipping through. But anyway, so that's gonna come over into this area, this corner here, and somewhere over here it's gonna actually go up to where we're gonna have the refineries for this, which is gonna be once again in this kind of bumped out section here. But I don't know if we're gonna restrict it to being all the way in here, or if we're gonna let it go back to the old part, or where the floor below has had the refineries going to. But I guess step one is to see what the okay, we only need 2 of these. Okay, that's useful. Because we have 240 bauxite per minute, which means we need 2 of these. Okay. That should... Okay, it's 1-to-1 with the fluid. Alright, let's get aluminum up here. And this also produces silica, which again is used later in production. I think we do need more than is produced, but we should definitely try to use what is produced here a lot more. Okay, that 100... It's gonna have to be 360 water. Holy crap. 360 water. That might be a little bit of a challenge in this water pond. I've seen someone fit like 8 water extractors in there, but like... The other nearest source of water, I'd say, would be over by the power plant there. Well, I did say I wanted to take a trip on this thing, so... Whee! Alright. We're trying to head for this. Where else can I get water from? I could always try pumping water out of there. There's a lot of space there. But that is definitely closer. Oh, there's sand ore right there. Huh. Interesting. I have the momentum to go all the way over here. Damn. Yeah, I guess to get additional water, the closest location I could do that from is actually over by the power plant, which is kind of annoying having to pump that water. Not this power plant, the newest power plant. Pumping the water all the way back here. So annoying. So annoying. But, might just have to be done. We do have the Pipeline Mark II now, which is going to be a serious boon for this stuff. Well, let's go back up to the roof and get planning this stuff. Actually, we need to go to this floor first. Actually, no, we can do this from the roof. Because we need to actually get this stuff up here. Which again, we'll do over this way. Like, if necessary, we could have routed the aluminum around to the other side. That is relatively easy because we do have a completely unobstructed space to do that. Alright. Okay. Unfortunately, this is going to want to take... Okay, I need to do the other side first. That means... So... There we go. Whoop. There we go with that. Alright, I don't know if this stuff has reached the factory yet, and it won't tell me for reasons. Actually, it'll probably tell me when I go to delete it. Actually, I should check... Oh, wait, I haven't actually brought this stuff into the factory yet. Let's do that! It's still just sitting on the belt outside, because I haven't brought it up the side of the factory yet. Yeah, it's sitting right there on the belt. We can't see it, but it is. Trust me, bro. This also has probably some heavy oil residue? I'm not entirely sure. No power. Okay, it doesn't have heavy oil residue, but theoretically could. Wow, that can actually go all the way down the side of the factory? Damn, okay. Just go above the awesome sink, that awesome sink. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Alright. Actually, okay, crazy idea, guys. We take it from there, bring it to here, and then take it from here and bring it to there. That looks ugly. Let's not do that. Let's make this vertical lift conveyor stop about there. I mean, it's still clipping through this pipe, but there's not much we can do about that. Alright, that should bring... Yeah, there it is. It's of course not going to show me any on this belt, but there we go. I honestly don't know where that enters the factory. Let's take a look for it. I'm getting distracted here, guys. Woo! Okay, Wan Show has yet to start today, so we might actually have time to fully get aluminum production up and running today. Ah, this is where it comes into the factory. How have I not noticed this? Just this pipe going through the factory. Yeah, if we want to restart the production of, oh yeah. Wow, okay. It literally just slots into the... Actually, so if we did want to restart the production of, this stuff, we really could. Actually, I would just need to, do that. Now this thing has those again. We just need to pump the heavy oil residue up here, and then we get production of smokeless black powder going again. Interesting. Anyhow, we are going up to the roof once again, though, to actually do stuff this time. Aluminum production away! Oh yeah, also you can see the manufacturers on the next floor. That is just great. Maybe we'll make the floors taller this time. Okay, this thing is nowhere near where it's required to be for this. So, refinery, take your inputs from... Okay, so we're gonna have 2 of these. There's 1, 2. Both of these are gonna be making aluminum. We're gonna have a production of 240 alumina solution. Damn it, I need steel pipes. Okay. Time to drop back down through the core to this level. 1 more. I do like the general design of this factory, guys. Like, having... Not there, it's over this way. And this one. I'll use this portable one as mentioned. But yeah, having this central core here that we can go up and down in really has its conveniences. Alright. We have 240. Let's see what the next stage... We have 240 alumina solution. Let's see what the next stage is. So the next... 1. Exactly 1. And this is going to require 120 coal per minute. 360 alumina scrap per minute, though. Woo! But this produces 120 water per minute. This produces 120 water. We need... just 360? Yeah, we need 360. So... we only need to pump 240 water up here then. That's a tier 1 pipe. We do need 120 coal though. Alright, but anyhow. So we just... I don't think that we have an extra 120 coal on any of our patches that is currently unused for anything. I think I've done a good job of utilizing all the coal inputs that we've had to this factory. So, we're gonna need to deal with the silica from this. That'll come back in the next stage. But for the actual alumina solution, that's gonna go in there. So, if we... logistics... pipe stack... that should just go like that. There we go. Alright. That is that. That produces 360 alumina scrap per minute. Obviously, the fluid output from this is going to have to hook back into these. But we'll deal with... Actually, well, that's dealt with effectively the same way as we just dealt with the front half of this. And, also, I found out recently that you can move holograms when they're locked. That's so useful! Gosh! It is just the arrow key, so it's nothing particularly complicated. Actually, no. This does actually require us to have another one of these, because we need to actually get the fluids in from... there is still water that needs to be brought in from somewhere else. Just a tad bit less water than before. Develop pipe shape. We have this exact goddamn pipe shape on the other side. Fine, we'll do the more ridiculous... Oh. Actually willing to snap this time. Okay, no, but that's still producing invalid pipe shape. Just go do an actually ridiculous and should be invalid pipe shape. There we go. And this one should be fine to just go up in there like that. Alright, so we get alumina scrap, and Foundry. We got a new recipe for the foundry. That is the wrong thing. And this is where the silica comes back to us. So 90 per minute. We got 4. So we need 4 of these. Annoyingly, the silica comes out on this side. But okay, so... Well, here's the thing. Considering this area is primarily intended for doing refinery stuff, should I be doing the foundries over here? Or should I place them, like, over this way? It might actually be easier to do them over this way, because we could just have the belt from that come out and around here. And the silica from that can come from around front to over here. Yeah, I think we need 4 foundries. Actually, it's time to dismantle the hyper accelerator. I know it's sad, but we all knew this would happen one day. And I'm selecting things in the background that have no need to be deleted. These power poles realistically should be, but none of these windows here are going to be deleted. They really need to stay. Alright. There we go. We have more space now. So we're going to need 4 foundries. Starting here, 1... Modular frames! That's on the very first floor of the factory. All the way down. Still more damage than I should have taken. I mean, I guess I was supposed to take all this. Alright. Back up to the roof. Which I will probably need to start doing stuff for. So. You know what? We will delete these for now. That open end is good enough. But that... Okay, these need to go forwards like a tile. Okay. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, and these are all going to be set to aluminum ingots. This should be taking full advantage of our aluminum scrap and producing 200... Oh wow, it is a 1-to-1 in the end. Huh. 240 aluminum scrap, or aluminum ingots per minute, which is the same amount of bauxite that we're bringing in right here. Damn! I actually did not expect that to work out so cleanly. But this is what I mean by, despite the fact of how high level aluminum production is, you get, like, you do get, like, a lot of it. And this is my first line of production of aluminum in this world. I suspect that we will have to produce a lot more aluminum for future things. And we just replicate this setup with another pure aluminum patch. I mean, I guess that is the problem. You gotta use a pure patch for this stuff. But, still. So the output of this, which is 360 per minute, which would be a tier 4 belt, I believe. Yeah. That needs to be on a tier 4 belt. Just, gotta look at the foundation where I want that to be. That works, that works. Barely, barely, barely though. And then we'll turn over there. So so there are 4 of these, which means it's a pretty even split. We will just gonna install splitters here for the silica as well, because I know we're gonna need to do some weird merging and splitting with that stuff, but that's gonna need to be brought up here from the first floor, because that's where our quartz production is, all the way on the first floor. And because this stuff is already on the 2nd level, we will yoink that into there. Then split that. Both of these being tier 3, and then we can do both of these tier 2 belts. Or I'm gonna reverse that. That should, using straight mode, that, yeah, that should go up first. Alright. So that's that. Then, let's see, how much silica are we producing? 100 silica per minute. And how much do we need? Well, more than 100. We need 300, but 100 of it is coming from the, from these things. Let me see how much production of silica we have currently. We have a lot of, to be fair, we do have a lot of quartz coming into the factory that is currently literally unused. Actually, no, it's the 2nd floor, I believe, where we actually have the, not 1st floor, sorry. Still very early on. Yeah. We have 3 whole belts. This is weird that automated wiring is coming through here and splitted. Smart split right here for automated wiring? Okay. Yeah, we have 3 whole belts of quartz coming into the factory, guys. And 1 of each purity level from a Mark II miner, I want to say it is. And that belt doesn't even make it over here. I don't know how much we're currently using. Here's our silica. What the hell is this ratio? We have 1. With 2... Yeah, that's 75 per minute. Yeah, so we'll just need to do our own. How much does that use? Quartz ratios are weird. 22.5, 45. So that's only using 45. Okay, we'll have to do our own silica production up there, which I guess is what we're gonna get started doing. But first, I have to figure out. Is the tier 3 belt in use? So tier 1 belt there. I think tier 2 is what we're using. The bottom one is getting fed in here, but is not going to get used. Yeah, we're not using the tier 3 belt. Good. That's a full, like, 240 a minute of quartz, which isn't doing anything right now. We're not even using the full extent of the tier 2 belt, to be fair. So, time to reroute this lower belt here to the top floor, actually, somehow. Yeah, we gotta get that to go all the way up into the other side. Which is really difficult considering all the other belts of random resources that are poking around here. So I think what we need to do for that is... Oh, we need to do some stuff for this. Okay. Guess we're getting this going then. Get up to this platform here, because the biggest limitation here is then going to be this. So we get it up to there. Ah, that sneaks by real smoothly. Yeah. Do that. That'll work. Just have it snake back and forth between the walkways and the belts. And then... Now that can go into there, which is actually showing me what's going on inside in that belt. That's great. Perhaps I should have gone up further, because I realize I don't have any of the walls for this floor in, so if we start doing some of that now... Yeah, that should probably go up farther. Yeah. Probably should go up a little bit more instead of stopping there. So I'm gonna have to acquire some quartz in my inventory, apparently. Alright, but that is adjustable. There we go. And now I can do the walls that go over this way, and then we'll have a hole in there. That's where it goes. And then we'll figure out the setup for the... And that can go straight mode there. There we go. Alright. Alright. We'll have to beef up this interior wall here. Space. Invalid conveyor belt shape. You're the one who's proposing that. Oh, because it wasn't snapping to the right thing. Alright, there we go. Quartz is up here now. So, as a recap, we need a total of 300 quartz. We have 100 quartz, or 300 silica. 100 silica is coming from the earlier part of the production. That means we need 200 silica. That is... So that's going to be 200 divided by 37.5. It's going to be 5 1/3 of these things. But anyhow... It's going to be a total of 120, so a tier 2 belt, as it turns out. So we're only going to be using half of the quartz that we've brought up here, but that is fine. The numbers are working out, guys. The numbers are working out. So we're going to need 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the outputs of all this will get merged with the outputs of these. And that should be that. Now this one, we're going to... %33.3333%. That looks like a good ratio right there. Alright. Now, technically this is 5 1/3, but because we have 6 total machines, the distribution here, and I put these all backwards. Crap. I was about to say, because we have 6 machines, the distribution's actually quite easy. Oh, right, we got... How much bigger is Blueprint mode? Wow, the lag. Anyhow, let's constructors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we go back to Silica. To 33.3%. Alright. Then the inputs to these become relatively simple. Just use 2 3-way splitters, which are fed from yet another 2-way splitter. So each of these gets a tier 1 belt as an input. Yeah. And tier 2 belts going from there to there, I guess. I mean, this whole thing is the bandwidth of a tier 2 belt, because it's 120 silicon per minute. Yeah, so then we'll place another splitter here. There we go. That is the quartz into these, and then just gotta merge it all down. To the total of 300, so it's gonna have to go back to tier 4 belts. Those 2 outputs will be brought into some of these, but let's get the tier 4 belt here. Can I squeeze a merger in? Not well. I'll have to go around like these guys. Oh, that's basically correct there. Okay, this needs to be a splitter, sorry. Let's get this side of stuff done, I guess. Let's actually not use straight mode for that, as that will actually help us. That's a tier 2 belts coming out of all of these. Okay. Mark 4 belt from there. Close, but it works. Alright. And because I am lazy as hell, and can't be bothered to do the math to figure out where the actual different levels of belts are going to be necessary, tier 4 belts for everyone! Okay, so these produce at 50 per minute, which is worthy of just using tier 1 belts. Invalid, that looks like a very valid belt shape to me. And that would agree. This next one here, you require 120 coal per minute. Which reminds me, we're gonna have to get 120 coal per minute from somewhere and bring it up here. Alright. We also need power up here, which is a big thing. Alright, so producing... So 1-to-1. So here's the next thing. Aluminum ingots can be used in these two recipes. There are more recipes in the future. For now, I guess we should just put it into an industrial storage. Whoa. 90 per minute for aluminum casing? Yikes. I'm gonna put it into 2 industrial storage units. For now. So, right there, and there. There we go. That'll be storing a ton of aluminum ingots, and we'll figure out how we're distributing them into other recipes later. First of all, we gotta finish up the actual production of this stuff. So, to start with for the resources for this, we need a total of 360 water, but theoretically, if things get running, 120 of that water is provided by here, which I think is 240 water? Yeah, so we need to get 240 water up here, and sort the inventory. A water extractor produces 120, so we need 2 water extractors similar to these that we already have in this pond over here. This factory is not doing us any favors. These things are also shittily thrown down. I'm pretty sure I could probably fit 4 of these things in here if I rearranged where these things were. But yeah, having a good chunk of this pond covered by this factory really doesn't help things. But if I either get resource is not deep enough. This guy. Hold up. Let's let's give this guy a bit of foundation. Oh, no, okay. Give this guy a little bit of a foundation to walk on here. Oh, let's It's stuck. Actually, he's stuck in my foundation. Okay, there we go. Can he leave now? There we go. Oh, I've been on Satisfactory for 2 hours now. Woo! Anyhow. Alright, so yeah, I guess my task is to fit 4 of these things in here, and I don't know if I can with the current space constraints, but these things don't look to be, like, being used all that much right now, and I don't remember what these pipes went to. They do go to something, though. Oh, right, plastic production. So, let's see... Okay, let's... Building cannot be nudged. Okay, well... Okay. Well... Okay, well that... Oh, I'm missing materials now. That was incredibly loud. Wait, I'm missing reinforced plates. He said while standing on the reinforced plate factory. Hello, that's what this actually is. This thing here produces reinforced iron plates, which we have never needed. See if I can fit a 4th one of them. Resource not deep enough. Damn it. Okay. See about To be fair, with the amount of extractors we are... Yeah, there we go. Can I theoretically put like a 5th one over there? Nah, that's where it's not even. Hey, I did it though. I shoved 4 of these things into this tiny little space here. See, I saw an image on I think Reddit of someone who'd shoved 8 of these into this pond or something like that. Alright. That is back. Now we have to get more water over there. More! Let's do this one first. Alright, so now, yeah, now... Now to pipeline right this way, through this mess of belts here. Putting another pipe on this stack right here. Hopefully it's capable of making it up there. And then, building the pipes on the side of the factory here. That's going to be a bit of a challenge. Did not select the wall. Well, it's a single pipe, so that's going to help. Actually, right there would be a good place to get the stuff in the factory. So, if I just slowly come alongside the wall here. I believe Jared Equal wants us to use clean pipes for actually building on the factory, on the outside of the factory, so we shall honor that and do the clean pipe. This is going to be a little bit tricky here. How do I... go from there to there cleanly? More accurately, I think we need to go... good old place the foundation and... use that to do my things. So... I think the critical thing is that... effectively right... here. Oh, okay, that was strangely delayed. Yes, that looks about right there. Then this needs to, So then we get to, like, I guess here, where it goes to there again. Nope. That needs to be farther forward, so like there. Yes. That was the wrong type of pipe. Can I just... yeah, okay. Alright. Then... I don't exactly know how any of that works, but we'll use a pipeline pump... okay, well... I need... to get a heavy modular frame, which requires me to go up to this floor, grab some. Could grab them off the conveyor belt. but I'll just take a whole stack out of there. Put a decent chunk of factory into action, you know? Oh. Okay. Looks like the WAN show may have started without me. And I didn't hear it, which is always fun. So, yeah. As soon as I get this water up here, I guess I'll call that as the stream. Most of the way to water production is what we've done. Okay, the water is getting up there. We'll, place in pipeline pump Mark II. Oh, well. Hopefully that has enough lift head to lift all the way up to the top of the building, because right here is where the clean pipes switch to going upwards. And then we build a wall. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, we're gonna build a wall hole. So we'll put the clean pipe into the wall hole, and then on the other side, we'll take that and pipe it in there. Now, how is our... Oh, I haven't plugged the pump in, so that's kind of important. Pluggy... Oh, these pipes are gonna make it a pain, are they? There it is. Alright. No power! I literally connected you to this thing. There we go. Okay, let's see how much head lift this uses. It will eventually stop, but yes, 300 cubic meters per minute is the maximum. Alright, only using like 20 meters of head lift. Let's go. And it's piping even more water up into the factory. This time higher than ever. For these things. Hopefully. Eventually. Anyhow, regardless, I'm gonna say thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you want to catch future live streams like this, and turn on notifications so you'll be notified. Check out my game, which is linked in the description, and I will see you all next Satisfactory live stream. Bye.